One of the things that we felt was important within the MidemNet experience this year was to try and find out how fans explain what their expectations are towards their preferred acts, and then also in terms of what managers, artist managers, and music companies, record companies, digital companies should pay more attention to, and how an artist can effectively build a really innovative way of connecting with a fan base. First of all, from Italy, I'd like to introduce you to Paolo Olivi from MadonnaTribe. Then sitting next to Paolo, we have Jill Sobule. Sitting next to Jill, we have Mark Kelly, is responsible for all of the keyboard textures, music, writing of the group Marillion. And all the way from Seattle, Tim Bierman, who's the manager of the Pearl Jam 10 Club. So Jill, what you decided to do was to go directly to your fan base and try and see if they would contribute money towards you making your album. Just tell us a little bit about the architecture of how you went about this.
Well, first of all, I've always had a good connection with the fans. I'm real personable, and after being on 2 major labels and 2 major indies that went bankrupt, the thought of doing it again just was horrible, and I didn't have funds of my own, so I thought I would ask my fans to give me money, but in return for various levels of donation, there would be various gifts. I had everything from the polished rock level, which was a digital download.
So digital
like
download, you pay how much for a digital download?
$5.
Okay, then?
Then there was $10, and I wish I could remember, but there were, the $10 was like a t-shirt and a CD, and then I would have things where $50 would be, your name would be on my liner notes.
Right.
And then it would go all the way up to, I think there was another one that was $500, where the last song on my record is called The Donor Song, and I sing your name on my record. Then $1,000, I write you a personal theme song. Then there's the house concert, and the highest level...
At the house concert, you'll go to someone's home and perform?
I go to their house and perform, and it's been fantastic.
And that's $5,000?
$5,000.
Not too bad.
And then I thought it would just be a joke, but the weapons-grade plutonium level, which is $10,000, you get to sing a duet with me.
On the album?
On the album. It took a month to get the money to record the record, and I went in with Don Was, who's a friend of mine, and had some of my fantasy musicians play with me, but I want to keep the participation with my fans, so the people who gave to me at any level, I stream the songs at jillsnextrecord.com, and I asked them to say which songs they liked and what songs they wanted to include on the record, so I keep having the participation.
Tim, you're involved running what is effectively the Pearl Jam official fan club.
Right.
How do you and the fan club effectively help get glued between their bass and the music?
People that are familiar with Pearl Jam and their fans probably realize that we have the most rabid fan base in the United States right now, mostly due to the fact that Pearl Jam plays, when they play their live shows, it's a really high energy performance, not a lot of smoke and mirrors, not low production. The band gets up there, plays 2.5 hours, different set list every night. So it cultivates this community wanting to not miss the potential magic moment of each show.
With Pearl Jam having such a strong live following, what do you do in that live area that can help reinforce that linkage between the constituency and the band?
Well, right now we just launched a new site that's a kind of a Web 2.0 social networking kind of site. What we want to do is we want to take it from the bulletin board level to a more profile level, so each fan has their own profile and they can upload their own photos, and
so really personalizing the band to that contextual linkage with the punter.
Give the fans their own ownership of the site.
So now, when you go out, do you make any arrangements for any kind of preferential ticketing for that web constituency, and how do you do it?
That's the real impetus of the fan club, of joining the fan club, is we do priority ticketing. Priority ticketing is the main attraction.
So, Mark Kelly, you found a really interesting way of getting some glue between you and your fan base.
Well, that's-
In fact, you even used a company called Music Glue. So tell us about that.
In order to try and find out who all the fans were that were downloading our music for free on the file sharing sites, we teamed up with a company called Music Glue. That's musicglue.com if anybody wants to check it out. But in fact, what
do they do?
Their gadget, the Music Glue part, is it works with Windows Media Player files, WMA files, rather than MP3. So we seeded the internet with copies of our new album a few weeks before it was released. So the only version that was available was the WMA version. And when you try and play it, your web browser pops open with a message from the band saying, this is our music. If you'd like to give us your email address, we'll send you a link and you can download the MP3 version of the album for free. You can do what you want with it. It's all rights free. If they don't want to give us their email address, they could still listen to the music. There was no restriction. And from that, we collected 12,000 verified email addresses, of which 8,000 were not on our database. So that was a big success in that sense. We got loads of publicity from it, which increased our ticket sales on tour. The only downside was we couldn't get people to buy the album from us directly on our website, apart from the ones that would have normally done it anyway. So we've now gone to, in a few weeks' time, we're actually releasing the album in the shops through EMI. So that's where we are now.
So now we turn to you, Paolo.
Yeah.
And you've done something not only unusual and I think unique, but also something that really pushes the boundaries of an artist forward. Since 2003, what you've done with MadonnaTribe as a website has now exceeded nearly 100 million web pages. Tell us why you did it and what you actually do.
Well, I was realizing when I was listening to our friends speaking that we are quite unique because we are servicing the artist-fan relationship with no connection with the artist.
So Madonna and her management don't pay for anything. You do this out of your own pocket?
They don't pay for us for anything we do. We do pay for our own concert tickets, albums, and
your website and your...
all the work that is done on the website, the services, but also the most expensive thing, which is the work of the people who actually updates the site, moderates the forum, and so on. But I guess that's all because we realized at one point that there was this sort of MadonnaTribe which exists even before we created the website. And what we call the MadonnaTribe is everyone who's connected in a way or another with Madonna, being people who worked for her, musicians, directors, choreographers, dancers, and her fans.
And you'll interview those people and put them on your site?
Of course. That's one.
Why do you do it?
Well, I guess we do that because we are fans. And somehow that's what being fanatics it really is.